Social media profile tip for business owners. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I'm a business investor, and one of the things that I work a lot with is business owners and executives to help them basically get out there in the best way possible and be able to make their businesses kind of run on their own, if at all possible. Really creating a passive income is what a lot of business owners are after. And it's difficult to do without taking yourself very seriously. So one of the things that I see over and over and over again with well-established businesses is if you have a principal, if you've got a lead person in charge, whether they be the CEO, the business owner, or what have you, whoever you are, the problem is they take their business extremely seriously, but they don't take their own personal brand seriously at all. But it matters. It reflects back on the business. And when people are looking up details about your business, especially if you do any type of business-to-business work, or if you're ever looking to bring on investors, one of the most important things is making sure that your social media presence is very clear-cut and straightforward and doesn't give off the wrong impression, or give off zero impression is the worst thing, because that's an impression unto itself. If people are looking you up and they're not able to find you, or they're able to find profiles without a profile picture, or inconsistent profile pictures, or one that's 30 years old or what have you, that gives off the wrong impression. And that wrong impression isn't just about you. That wrong impression reflects badly on your business also. So how do we solve this? This is a real simple concept, but if you can first take it seriously that you and anyone on your leadership team is going to have a social media presence, you got to determine where that's going to be. And you have to realize that when you get out there, that's going to show up in Google and other search engines when people just do nothing more than search for your name and maybe the name of your business. So you want to make sure that that is present in your profile. If you're talking a Facebook profile or a LinkedIn profile, you want to make sure that that is there, that your name is spelled correctly, and that you have, and I have to say that because I've seen it done badly. And you have to have the name of your company and your position at your company so that people know who you are. If you can have a link going back, even if you don't have a personal website, a link going back to your website, your company website, would be extremely helpful too. Now, a lot of people will do some fancy pose or whatever. You don't need to do that. The best way to do it is just a real straightforward head and shoulders shot of you. No special pose, no hand in your, holding your face or making a funny face or a fake candid shot or anything like that. You don't need that. It would be good to have a professional head and shoulders shot. If you don't have that, have someone that's a good photographer take it with a nice neutral background behind you and just put you out there in a very consistent manner. It's good to have one photo that you use across the board, regardless of what social media you have out there. Once again, it doesn't mean that you're using the social media. What it means is that you're putting out the presence. You're putting out that you exist out there into the internet, and you want to have some details there in your profile that says who you are and what you're about, and then directing them back, like I said, to a website and so forth. But having that profile pic be very simple, very straightforward, that's going to be the best bang for your buck. That's if you're not doing anything else with social media. You want to at least have that in place. You don't want to have a whole lot of extra things there if you can at all help it, unless you're developing kind of a personal brand. Then you go a lot deeper and you decide what your content strategy is going to be over time. There's a whole lot more that a person can do with that. But if you just want to start initially there. Just make sure that you exist out there, that you have a direction that you're leading people to if they want to find out more. And that's it. Hopefully you find that helpful. I'm going to add an extra tip in here. The reason why I brought this up is because it's one of those ideas that isn't, it's asked all the time, it's needed all the time, but I forget about it because it's very simplistic, and it's a very simple idea that is beyond a whole lot of people. Some people are way beyond that in terms of strategy, and so I don't bring it up as often, but it is oftentimes needed. And so I came up with it while listening to an audiobook that's quite a few years old, but still dead on needed. And so you can't forget those simple things when dealing with your customer base. You can't forget those simple basic ideas that maybe is way beyond you, but not beyond your customer. So don't forget to bring that up when you're out there developing content, which is a lot of what I talk about here. And if you're really wanting to have an idea of full on, so we're talking very tactical here today, but if you want full on strategy to be able to have long-term strategic goals with your business so that really you're competition proof, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. That's all I got for tonight. You have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.